Good morning, guys and gals, backwaters and backroads here, obviously. So Wavey and I are on the Tennessee River officially, and we're back on the Great Loop. The Great Loop on a shantyboat series. Doing the side quests here in the fall and the winter, but we'll be popping over to the East Coast, as you guys might know, maybe not. These are parts of the Great Loop that a lot of times people just bypass, or they do them really quickly. So we're going to be doing a thorough side quest regiment. The Tennessee River, the Cumberland River, quite possibly the Black Warrior River. We've been talking about that too. So, but let me get Wavey to shore and we'll talk more about it. Stay tuned. So let me just catch you up briefly on how we got here. So we left about 3-4 days ago, Upper Peninsula, Superior Land. My buddy Chris used his truck and trailer to move us down, and we had a little trouble finding a good launch spot. A lot of that is just I wasn't listening to people who were trying to warn me, don't go to downtown Knoxville with a big boat, expecting to get in the river easily. So we came down to Louisville, Tennessee here. There's a park, and it's got a nice launch ramp, and it was a piece of cake outside the traffic and the small. I'll tell you, if you do go into Knoxville and probably other towns around here, cities, you have really low trussels, train trussels and bridges. They will tell you, we came up on one that was 9 feet, and I don't think the boat would have made it, so luckily we turned around without too much trouble. But yeah, we're here. I'm trying to adjust. It's been a while. I know we've been doing other adventures this summer and stuff, but kind of getting back into the groove of like the Great Loop pace is going to take a few days. So that's what I'm doing. We're in no hurry. We'll probably move 10 miles today. Who knows? Taking Wavey for a walk. We'll get back on the water. So thanks for being here. And this is going to be fun. We're just getting started. Stay tuned. You got it. This should give you guys an idea where we are. So for future reference, we're that little red triangle right there. We're getting passed by a bass boat. Well, I think it's safe to say there is some money in this part of the world. That could only be called a castle. That's like more impressive than a 500-year-old castle in Germany or Ireland or England. My goodness. And just for proof what a nice day it is, 72 degrees, what some people would say is perfect. What a day. Let's just get a couple things out of the way here, guys and gals. So I replaced this helm and steering cable. Oh, it's so much easier now. And there's no play. Look at this. It's just a little bit. It used to go clunk, clunk. I used to have to sometimes use 2 hands if I was going slow. This is like such a luxury. And I got one of these to put on it. Mount this somewhere soon so I can drive like a tractor. This is probably a pretty obvious thing, but that's what you guys come to expect. One of the things from my channel, pointing out the obvious. So if you're up against the river, if you own river property, it's probably safe to assume you have money, right? So when you're traveling rivers, a lot of times you see these, glacial estates. Unless you're going through a city, and then sometimes you'll see modest housing or abandoned properties and such. But up here on the Tennessee, obviously, if you can afford to live on the river, you're going to be building something like they're building. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, a couple nights ago when we're on our way down here, I just had to put on the Alabama song Tennessee River. And you know, I think the Tennessee River has changed since they sang that song. What was that, like 1981 and 1982, something like that, 45 years ago? Tennessee River and the Mountain Man. Now it's just all, talk about no kings. Everyone's a king today. What are they talking about? Kings and queens everywhere. Where are the mountain men? Maybe they're in the Alabama section of the Tennessee River. We're going to find out. Alright guys, we're going to come into some random little cove here. See if we can find a place to either dock or anchor. Go to shore. I have no idea. I see that there is a launch ramp there, so that's a good start. Looks like we got our own private little staircase over here. What do you think, Wavy Gravy? Someone lost their dog. Please help find my dog George. There is a $10,000 reward. Please call. That's a big reward. I'm tempted to spray paint you white and call you George and get a $10,000 reward. Here's another one. Kidnapped. 90 pounds, black and white pit bull. $10,000 reward. Oh, we got another lost dog here. $300 reward. Anna, brown and black beagle. Last seen Christmas Eve near Coulter Shoals. Maybe this is how I can pick up some gas money, is track down some of these dogs. I picked up some bottom round, which is like a less quality steak, big one, and I'm trying to make it, season it and tenderize it to make it taste pretty good because I'm on a budget, but I do like steak. And I'm making some potato and some tortilla, obviously. That's what's for dinner. Good morning, guys and gals. So I am looking for a place to take Wavy to shore. Sometimes this can be a challenge. If you guys have a dog with you on your adventures, you probably already know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, if you haven't gone on an adventure yet, but you're going to take a dog, this can sometimes be a challenge. And I'm looking for one this morning. And I think that might be like almost a public dock over there or something, because I'm not seeing houses around. We're going to go find out. But also, look how pretty this is. The cliffs and the fall colors. Let's go find out. Stay tuned. I hope this is a place we can stop because it's so pretty. I think I see a launch ramp right over there, and I'm not seeing any signs, which is a good sign. For folks that are good at this, I'll kind of show you where I'm at. So, see there? And it's coming into, I think, Tellico Lake. I usually don't anchor in much deeper than 10 or 15 feet of water, but it's really calm back here. Let me show you. Man, I wonder if this is just like a public place, because I'm not seeing any signs. And that's kind of an industrial dock. It's all made out of concrete. Well, We're gonna find out. I can't tell if this is private or not. There's no signs. There is a house up here. I'll just keep walking around. I mean, Wavey's doing her thing, so if we have to leave, we'll leave, but it almost feels abandoned. It's a sweet spot. I forgot to bring a leash, but Wavey's minding pretty good these days. So there's these power lines, and oftentimes they don't build up on these routes because they have to leave access. And there is like this road that comes down right here, and the house is just right over that hill right there, and this goes to that dock. Let's go check this out. When you come in from the water side, it's so, I know I've said this before, but I get reminded over and over again. When you come in from the water side from anywhere, it's just totally different. It's like two different places, because to get in here where we're at right now by land, who knows? There's probably a gate or two, or who knows, right? You probably can't even get here. But when you come in from the water side, it's like, it's night and day different. If you could get in here with a camper van or something, you'd have it made. There is like these TWA, these old spots. I know we found one on the scooter. If you guys remember, I'll try to post a picture or a link. And we camped there. It was right by one of the dams, which we'll probably end up going through, Locken dams. And it was just this old TWA spot that's, long since been abandoned, or you can't even really get to it anymore from land. And this kind of has that feel to it because of the industrialness. Man, this thing was built tough. Bucket. Looks like a decent bucket too. Because we're always just looking for signs, right? Someone's been fishing here, which tells me maybe there's some public access. It almost looks to me like this was once gonna be a campground. It has a circle driveway coming in. I will try to find some information on this little spot when I make this video, and we'll determine whether it's what it is. It's probably got a gate up at the top of this hill here, but there is, you can see there is power lines going through here, which often needs public access, or it's not privately owned necessarily. We'll just go up this path here for a little bit and see if we can figure anything else out. We need the exercise. So here's a better view. Here's that house. They're secluded. It just keeps winding away from the river here. I think this is probably a maintenance road for the power lines. And it doesn't get used very often because there is no fresh tracks. Okay, this is the first sign I'm seeing coming up here, so we'll probably turn around. Yeah, if I just go over that hill right there, I can see a yard. So this little spot does probably at least cross over private land. So we'll head back to the boat. Stay on the trail, Beagle. Load up. You're lazy. Yes, you're lazy. I keep getting lucky and stay on the boat when it starts to rain. It's kind of like scattered showers today. What a beautiful spot. Okay, guys and gals, it's a couple hours later. It looks like it's going to stop raining. Well, who knows? You look over that direction. We'll see. So we are in this sweet little cove right here. You got to really come down in to see it. We're on Navionics now. And we are going to go around the corner. And we're going to go up this as far as we can. I think there's a bridge that'll stop us eventually. And there's a little town right here called Friendsville. So, and then we're going to walk to the dollar store. Or maybe take the e-bike. Stay tuned. There are mile markers on the Tennessee here, I'm learning. That one says 806 and a half. It's nice to know. I think we started at like 640 something. I should look. We didn't start at the very tippy top like we were hoping because Knoxville was in the way. But we got plenty of adventures downstream. This is the good life back here, guys. I'll tell you. Getting in here in Tennessee and making some money and getting some of this prime land back here in these little coves and estuaries, and then building yourself a little house or a big house. Amazing. I mean, I'd live in their I'd live in their boathouse. Can I just buy the boathouse? Looks like we're gonna have another one of these judgment calls as to whether we can get under a bridge or not. My guess is we can't, but let's get a little closer to it and make sure. Okay, we'll make sure that the anchor's gonna hold. Back in here. I always like to wait for a bit. Just like to have the boat still be here when I come back. If I could get under that bridge, this is a really sweet spot to come up here and gunk hole. Is that the word? Gunk hole it? That's what the sailors call it when you just get back into a little cove and drop anchor. This would be just a sweet spot. On the way back out, I'll stand up in the dinghy here and I'll kind of try to judge it, because like a lot of these trussels and bridges, it's just a matter of inches. It's amazing we can even get under it, because a pontoon boat with a cabin on it probably wouldn't, because we're sitting down in the water, as you know, and you know, traditional shanty boats are sitting on top, so but we should try it. We came around the corner and I thought this was some kind of park. I was like, wow, look at this, and then I realized, nope, it's just another person with a lot of money. It really starts to narrow up back in here. I think we're pretty close to the main route. 321 or 301, I'll check. I'll put it on the screen for you. But, yeah, it crosses in over here, or the river crosses under it, or let's see how far back we can get up in here. Maybe there's a little trail going up to the road, and I know that's where the Dollar General is, just right up here where it crosses, if I'm not mistaken. See a downed tree right there, which means we're not going to get past that. It does look like it keeps going up in there, though. Bummer. I'm going to get under the bridge here, guys, and see if we can make it underneath. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't even touch it. Yep. We can get under here. I got water in the boat, and it's trying to tip me. We got a little launch ramp over here. We're going to use this. all this stuff's just like coming back to me because we've been off the loop now for over a year. That you need your walks. Got to find any excuse to go for a walk, even if you don't have a beagle. You just got to keep the blood flowing, and it's just too easy to sit on the boat, kick up your feet. Now that I got a TV, and did I tell you guys, I got it used off of Facebook for 50 bucks, and the guy left all of his Prime channels programmed into it. And I think most of those work where you can put like multiple devices on one account. So I've got like Disney Plus and Prime and some other ones, and I'm seeing all these like first-rate movies that are just out of the theaters now, or would be. So score 50 bucks. Guys, if anybody knows, I'm seeing a lot of these around. What are these? I feel like there's a nut inside. I would say this is the tree that they're coming off of. But yeah, they're all over the ground here. You know, maybe I'll take one and I'll open it up and I'll see if there's a nut inside. I'm also seeing a lot of these too. In my neck of the woods, it's bush light. Bush light's a hit here too. I love these country paths when the trees grow over like a tunnel. It was a bit of a hike, but there it is. The Dollar General. Oh hi, I'm Wavy Gravy, star of the channel, and we went and got treats at the treat store yesterday, and they even let me inside so I could pick out my own treats. Yeah, the purple one there, and then see that orange one? Yeah, grab that orange one right there. And then when we went up to pay for them, well, I don't pay for them, but Brenton pays for them. They even gave me treats while we're buying treats. Can you believe that? Then I got to waddle my happy butt back to the boat because I know I'm going to get my treats when we get there. So send some money so I can get more treats. Thanks! Stay. Go. Good morning, guys and gals. So we were kind of waiting for the fog to lift, but it's going to take a while yet, so we're just going to leave in the fog. I think someone would pay me $300 just to take you back